back for, this is, I don't know, part 3 probably. We're just discussing what's to come with the model. Sorry about that. Let some lights kind of blink out for a second there. So, along with the officer's lounge, there's just some more details I was going to go over. So, the original part had a lot of great things, like I was saying before. It's like, so great, fits in the model just right. But so does this one. This one actually matches very much the shape, very similar. It's got the same tongued area right there, just like this one did, or does. This one just happens to have more detail in the background, which is great. Because I don't know why they went with like a weird divider right here. So divide the next room, which houses nothing. So I don't know if that's where they were trying to say that that's where Kirk and McCoy and everybody were, but so very similar, like an open concept versus like a old school standard concept. So pretty cool though. Overall, same shape, which is great. Not focusing, come on. But, very similar shape. Fits in the model just right. So we're going to pause that, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like inside the model as best I can with my limited mobility right here. Because right now I'm like right up on everything. So I'll try to back away, give you a little bit more of a back look so that you can actually see it a little bit more. And we'll be right back. Give me one moment. Alright. So, will you focus? Nope. So, here's the officer's lounge inside the model. And this thing is having like the most epic heart attack when it comes to focusing. Okay, focus. So it looks really cool. Once we have like actual backlighting in there, it'll look great. Looks really cool inside the model, but it's harder to see once it's pulled back, but it's still really cool. Fits in just snugly, and I think it looks really cool. See, I have those lit up on there. Come on, there you go. Yeah, we'll have that little part back there. It's like a lighting, like a sconce or something. Have that lit up on either side. That's gonna look cool. There's gonna be plenty of lighting in there, so it'll be nice and big and epic. So it'll look cool. Thought you might want to see it inside the model like that. I think it looks great. I mean, once it's all lit up, excuse me, if I could talk. Once it's all lit up inside the model, it'll look great because you'll be able to actually see it. I know there's some, this is my saucer section, which is a little bit messed up right now. So, still needs sanding and everything, so I'm not really worried about it right now. It's been sitting around for a little bit longer now again. So yeah, it'll be really fun to do that. Like I said, I think it looks cool. Once again, these things are real fragile, so just be careful. I already chipped another corner on inside the model, so we'll just have to be careful. You won't be able to see it from where this thing ends up sitting, because that is pretty much as low as the most human eyes will get, and it's actually right up on the corner up here inside the model though. So luckily it's in a spot you really won't be able to see too much, but I am going to repair it anyway. But even that one, That's like right here. Focus. Focus. This thing is a little drunk today. Yeah, you can almost see it there. You'll be able to see it most of the time, but I'm still going to fix that corner right there. But I'll put that Arboretum thing, like a little garden center. That's behind that wall right there, behind that chair. Come on, man. It like goes into like good focus and then it like breaks away. Doing it all on its own. Wish I could manually focus it. Like had more control over that, but so that looks cool. That one looks great. I don't know. Let me pause it real quick and I'll see if I can get the walls up, and I'll try to put the rec deck down up here. So we'll try. Alright, so we're back, and now you can see it inside the rec deck. It actually looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to focus, but my god, that looks really cool. Yeah, it'll have the other like frames in there, the window frames, but right now it looks really, really cool. Sorry, I'm shaking a little because I gotta hold the model and my phone to record. So, because otherwise you can't see it really. But even with the damage on the wall that I caused, it just looks so cool. Sorry about that. It's just gonna keep doing that, going in and out of focus. But I mean, that's so cool to have that forced perspective. It looks so real when it's in there. Like, I've seen it before, but I forgot how cool it looks. I actually haven't recorded it. So, but like, when it's using the forced perspective, it looks so real. Like, I mean, even before it's painted and everything. It looks like a big epic room in there, you know? But it's so cool. And like, seeing the three-dimensional seating and everything. That's so cool. I'm so sorry. Then you go over here, and the officer's lounge is still raring to go there. My god. I'm so happy with these parts. I don't even know if I need a new one for this one. You know, I might do like a test repair on it again. I mean, what's the harm? I could retest the repair, and if it doesn't end up working, oh well. But if it does, just look at that. It looks really, really cool. Undeniably awesome. Even like the sparkle of the freaking of the 3D print of it, whatever he uses, it just looks so cool. Actually, it's very Star Trek-esque. Look at that. It looks so awesome in 3D. And I've seen it before, but it just, I've never seen it through the camera lens. It actually does look real and like the right size and everything. Looks so good. And then you go back over here and the rec deck is, or the officer's lounge is still good. Ah, that looks so cool. These 3D parts. Hopefully, TrekWorks is doing a new build of his. And as of right now, I haven't seen it yet, but it looks so good. Oh, even through that little porthole window. I haven't seen the what his new model's like. I'm sure by the time I get this edited together, he'll have an episode out or something. But this looks so good. Wait, what? So, all right. For this next part, we're going to talk about some other enhancements we're going to do to the saucer section. Along with the new parts that we've gotten from Shapeways, which, by the way, awesome guy. I don't know if I've said that enough. And it's called HDA Model Works with WORX. So HDA Model Works with WORX as the thing. I'll put the website in my description down below. I think his name is Jerry at HDA Model Works, as far as TrekWorks always says. I don't know him personally or anything like that, but I do know his customer service level. He's got a real professional looking website, real great turnaround time for when you order, like a normal website, like almost like ordering from Amazon. So really great model shop. I would recommend his site over everybody but Shapeways. There's nothing wrong with HDA Model Works. They're just Shapeways is just awesome, and HDA next level. So he's awesome too. All right, so more detail about this little guy here. So as you can see, it's showing up a little bit better as far as the graininess of this part. I believe this one ends up coming in about $20. So this one I'm going to smooth out. I'm going to see if I can make my own mold for it. I'm not 100% on that. So, but it'll be cool if I can, because then I could infinitely create repaired parts like this. I'm going to make my modifications, then try to do the resin mold on it, or silicone mold, and then do resin. So I say resin mold, but it's that's what I always mean. I mean silicone for a resin kit or part. Sorry. So anyway, but yeah, this has the corrected lines right here. So instead of slooping completely forward, which it doesn't, the original part doesn't look too bad. If I find it, I will let you know, but I haven't seen it yet, so I didn't toss it, but it got lost in the shuffle when I was like comparing the two when I originally got it. So, I like the detail on it. I think it looks good. And then this one is the only one that's not from Shapeways. This one was, I'm sorry, it is from Shapeways, but it's not from Spaceway Parts. But yeah, like I said, there's a corrected line right about here that I'm going to be adding on. But yeah, we're going to add that line in, and then I might create the resin mold for it. Silicone mold for resin casting. And we'll see if that works. If it does, awesome. If not, I'll just continue to buy the parts like this, which is not that bad. I just figure if I can recreate it, might save myself some money. Eventually, I probably would have done that to the original part if I couldn't find this. So that way I can just quickly recreate this without having to sand it down and then, you know, put some styrene on there to fix it. And then I gotta re-scrub the line every time. So anyway. So now there was one thing that I wanted to see about. I know there is like somewhat of a debate for this. There are these two parts that go on, one for the A and then one for the refit. So here's the A part, and then here is the refit part. Very similar, go in the same spot apparently, and I do not agree with these because there's only like a very vague reference, and I think it's only in one of the movies that maybe that made it in. But so I'd have to like chip that little stud out or drill a hole for it. But so that's where this goes, right here. And then that would be, you know, the finished look will be down obviously, but so then this one supposedly was on the A. And I have seen some reference of that, but then I think by Undiscovered Country, it's back to this anyway. Because I don't think this looks good at all. Probably because I've never seen it. So I don't know how much of a debate that is, but I will just be going with purely these. But we'll see. I'll do more research on it, let you know. But as far as I can tell, I only really like these ones anyway. These, like, I don't know. I know they have a name. I think they're like deflector, I don't know, sensor. I don't know. I'll have to look that up too. But like I said, I think it just looks so much better like that. Of course, the Enterprise refit has those, which is good because, I mean, I've seen close-up pictures of the refit. And it just looks so good. And this looks so much better, and you don't even notice it. Like, if you just had the kit part, you wouldn't even really... It's not a big deal, but there's another guy out there that makes that too. And actually, Shapeways does have a part like this. But it comes with another one of these. Or, I'm sorry, it's not Shapeways. It's really hard to say because it's Spaceway parts, but he sells on Shapeways. I know, it's like, you can't forget his name, though. That's kind of good. But he sells this. It does have the corrected shape here. And it has these. Oh, and it also has... I believe it has these already built onto it. With, like, the corrected shape. Like the photo etch part does have. So... But it also has the lens with the corrected ring in there. The lighted ring. So that it's... you know, it looks correct according to the screen accuracy. So, but it'll be cool. I have the LEDs for the dual colored or the bicolored LED that's behind there for the amber and the blue. So I already have that. I have a few that actually I have way more than I need. I have like 10 of them. And I think I bought that before I knew I was going to get the ones from Ralph at Tenna Controls, because I think his mega board, which is what I'm going to be using for both of these, has it comes with two bicolor LEDs, so with the amber and the blue already. So I just have a bunch extra, which is kind of cool, because in case I F one up, I have a bunch. And I bought those from HDA Model Works. I get all my LEDs, my component LEDs, from HDAModelWorks.com. Like I said, I've ordered a bunch of times from HDA Model Works, and guess what? I get them every time. But I got his component LEDs. So, and the ones I'm going to be using, which it took me trial and error, were these, the 1.8 millimeter. They're like, I thought they were like the Lighthouse, but they're not. They're like, and he comes with resistor. They already have the resistors, so it's a 470 ohm resistor, you know. And I have all the colors except for, I think I got to rebuy one of them because I bought the wrong ones. Yeah, I think I got to rebuy the white because I bought, and it does. These are okay. They don't fit right, so because the 1.8 millimeter, the ones that have like the rounded bubble top. I'll show you. This one's the red. You can't tell the color, so I just keep them in these Ziploc baggies, because otherwise I will lose track of what is what real quick. And then I'll put like the, you know, red and the green on the opposite sides, or double red or something. So here is the 1.8 for red, and it looks like that. It fits really nicely inside where the lights, the formation lights go on the Enterprise. So like there's a little hole in there, and this just boop, pops right down in there, or it sits up there. And when I do my real lighting time setting up, I'll show you that. But these are the right look. This is the look you want. And this is the correct version. So I just got to buy the white ones again. But I'll use the white ones somewhere. These are 2mm, and then I bought. So if you're gonna buy component LEDs, go for him. They're pretty cheap, and they. So these are SMDs that I'm gonna be using too, and those are still there. So these are the SMDs, and they come the 0805, recommended by TrickWorks. And I do recommend going to watch his videos. His are more comprehensive and slimmed down. And he already knows what he's doing. I'm just kind of rambling, and hopefully that's relatable in some way. But so these are the. I'll show you the 0805. All right. So here, if I can get it to focus on it. Here is the 0805 SMD. It's really hard to see. So I'm going to try to get the background out of there. There we go. That's better. So these come pre-wired. And HDA Model Works makes them. These are going to be great. These will probably be what I use for a lot of the lighting. Like the flood lighting effects and stuff. Hold on, let me see if I can get this to just gonna come out a little bit better. There we go. I just want one. But anyway, so here it is. Really, really tiny. So I have 0805. And that's one of the ones that I'm going to be using probably for maybe the floodlight on the bridge or around the bridge. Oh, no, sorry. Me. And the benefit of course, SMDs are that, it's a lot brighter. And I think I'm going to use these. I'm going to be using them here, I believe. I'm not entirely sure about that, because I think I might go bigger than the 0805 so that I have more light output. But from what I've seen, these are really bright anyway. So the main focus of this project is, I'm sorry for rambling, but the main focus of this project is to build both the Enterprise A and the Enterprise at the same time. I have something special planned for the Enterprise A. I don't really want to reveal it on here. It's not. I want to put as much love and dedication into building the Enterprise A as I'm building the Enterprise, which I'll tell you right now, the Enterprise is my all-time favorite. The Enterprise A is a very close second, though, because, of course, very similar model. I mean, it's the same model, but, in universe, they're, very similar ships. Enterprise A is beautiful. I'd say the Enterprise is still the most beautiful out of the two, but I feel, the Enterprise A was obviously a worthy successor. Nothing could have been better than to have another Constitution class as the next Enterprise, This is my first time actually opening this. Apologize for the noise. But this is the original. Ooh, this is going to be hard to do. It's so close up. There we go. Okay. So, here, I'm going to use you as a stand there to give me kind of the look I'm looking for. Oh, look at that. I didn't even notice the light was in the shot now. That's my armature thing. So now I'm trying to get this in view. Okay, so here's the original stand. That, as far as I know, there's not a huge difference between the new stand and the old stand. Or the newer stand. Difference is that those mounting pegs go here, like I was showing you last time. So this would go right here, and then it would, oh my god, Stark. You don't have to spaz out about everything. So I'll tell you about this one though. This part is pretty sturdy. The other ones that are going inside the bridge, understandably, are a lot more fragile because they're smaller, and they kind of have to be refined and really small. So we just gotta be careful with those. And I warn you about that. Just keep them really safe, careful. Don't try to overhandle them. In fact, I wouldn't even try dry fitting them too much, like I did. I think that's how I cracked the other side of the officer's lounge too, because I think I was dry fitting it just to see how it looked, and I think I just put too much pressure on it. So that's what happened with this other part. The other part that got chipped. This is the piece I'm going to put back on, but you can probably hardly see it, but it is really thin at that spot, like the back spot, and those divider walls that were in there. So that's what you got to be careful about. So anyway, so this would go in here. This would go like that, and then the other one goes here, and then the back for the rear of the Enterprise goes, or the stern of the Enterprise goes right there. So now here's the thing. So if you can't see it yet, so the Enterprise would sit really, really low. So the highest part is right there. And yes, my wall is basically just one thing of drywall right there, because I'm building this as we're doing this too. So I apologize. So now, so that was the problem with this model. Like the Enterprise tail, I can find that one part, or the rear section of the stern would be right here. So now imagine the bottom of the Enterprise is right here. And then obviously the rest of the hull, the bottom of the hull goes right here and then it comes up. It's not a very good stand. It's too small. It doesn't, like with the new one. So there's a hole right here and a rod sticks up out of here. And so the top of the the bottom of the Enterprise is like up here somewhere. And it looks cool because it's like floating there, you know? But so that's where we're gonna copy that for our Enterprise. I'm going to use this stand, and I think it actually, the detail on here looks really cool. And I'm going to tell you about a model worker that he probably built the best looking dry dock I've ever seen, as far as after the movie. And that's actually a guy called Nevia Productions. He's my dad. He does great model work. I don't talk to him too much, but his model prowess off the charts, and that's where I got my love of Star Trek from. But so we're gonna leave it at that. And but if you get a chance, I might try to tag him or something, so that you can see. He did a great Polar Lights build, and now he's doing some Deborah's build of the Enterprises. He's got like 3 Deborah's Enterprises that he's got to do. I don't know if he finished yet, but the work on it, he'd made them with the dry docks too. I don't think I've ever seen somebody do a better dry dock, ever. So I recommend checking him out. For that reason, at least. So, moving on to the next thing. This is a learning process. These 2 models that I'm building, I know it's a big project. 2 big projects. I hope to someday maybe do commission work. Practice makes perfect, and I'm definitely not the best model builder out there, but I am. One thing I'm good at is learning, and learning from my mistakes. So anything I show you, I'm hopefully learning from, and hopefully you'll learn from it too, because we're going to try to make the best 2 Enterprises that I can possibly make. And I think it's going to be the most fun I've ever had, because I've been looking forward to this for the 13 years I've had this model, 12 years, or however long it's been. So next step, we have the Arboretum, and we are going to be using a combination of the paragraphics, and maybe, I know HDA Modelworks has a really good decal set for this too, to give you more detail on the paragraphics set, which is cool, and I might be using that too. And so what we're going to do is we're definitely going to be cutting these, I said fake trees in the last one too, but they're all fake trees. Of course they're fake trees. I just meant like fake or bad representations of trees. Let's say it like that. Now, I'm going to tell you, Shapeways, Spaceways on Shapeways, say that 10 times fast. He has a new Arboretum. If you got extra cash, I'd buy that one. It is actually really nice. It has really cool looking benches. Added detail. He always does really good added detail, I'm going to tell you that. And it looks really good. There's a lot less work to be done. He does have like other fake trees that he's going to give you too. You can use those if you want. I actually have like some model train trees that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to be trimming pieces of them off. So that way I can just kind of make my own like shrubs and smaller trees. Let's actually these. I got these from my Hobbytown, USA. Yeah, these have been waiting around for a while. So obviously, at least these trees don't die. Ha! Because they would have died a long time ago. Anyway, so yeah, you just take pieces of them, trim them down, make them look like real trees. Again, just at the smaller scale. So these are, like I said, these are HO scale. And I wanted them to have like really bright green, vibrant colors. There was a guy that made them with like fall colors. And that looked really good too. Like he did the same thing, but he did it with like a fall looking look to the whole thing. And I actually did like that a lot. I like that variation, but I want mine to be both of mine to be like green shrubbery, like, because I like spring, and I like actually wouldn't mind like putting a little like spring, like a little more color in there too, because I really love spring and summer. He made it like fall, like I said, but that looked really, really cool too. I don't remember his name though. It's been a while. I just kind of like click on certain videos sometimes, and he had some really cool stuff. So we're gonna take pieces of those. Trekworks showed me a cool way that he learned to make the water look really cool under there, because I'm gonna make a little bit of like a lake. So we're gonna do that. We're going to put the extra detail on here. We're going to make the waterfall. I got some little... I've got some pebbles that I'm going to be putting on here. Make it look like, you know, a park. And of course they'd be secure, you know. They would never let those rocks and trees fall. You know, they get their own force fields. Yeah. Or they're magnetically sealed to the ground rocks. Who knows? So anyway, any more dumb things I can talk about later. If you have any questions on any of this stuff, I mean, I'm going to try to answer as many as I can, and I'm going to try to do the best work possible and show you as much when I actually start doing this. I might actually start chipping some of these trees off right now. These, you know, Super Mario cones on here. Just to kind of show what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to try to get as much footage as I can, and hopefully I can scale it back to a usable amount. And I'm not so annoying that I, you know, I'm off-putting on this. But like most of the time, there'll be videos cut down, and there'll only be like the essentials shown. And I'm still going to like add me to the videos. 'Cause I'm gonna start doing this right now. I have hopefully an X-Acto knife here. I had some really good X-Acto knives, but I have no idea where they all went. I have brand new X-Acto blades right here too. So, excuse my cold and my cough because of my cold. Here's one X-Acto blade. It's a chunky guy. Let's see if I can get him out here. So, we're gonna take off some of these trees right now. This is my first actual, besides painting and getting some of the paint off on the model. And onto the model, I'm sorry. Not off the model. It's a brand new blade. I have some I think I bought these at Hobby Lobby. So anyway, we're gonna get this out of the way, get some of this other stuff out of the way. I'll put this back up here. I'll show you the painting process that I've learned, and I will also, in the middle of editing, if I end up like I'll show you the paint, and then if I don't end up, sorry for the noise, if it doesn't end up working out, that's when I'll show you too, because I want you to know if something doesn't work out like I wanted it to, you know? Like, I will tell you what I'm gonna do, I will show you if it does work, and then there will be some times where I'll be like, it didn't end up working, you know, and I didn't film it at all or anything. So our plan right now is to take these trees off of here. I think there's some easier ways to do this, but I've seen Truckworks does this too. This is straight off from his video, and that blade is bending out of place. So anyway, take two. So we're going to take these trees off. That's the one problem with having way too big of a. So yeah, that's not bad. That is a nice sharp blade, I'll tell you that much. Just kind of skim the bottom. So that one's not bad. It's our first real modification of this model kit, I'm telling you, besides the bought pieces. So a nice sharp X-Acto knife is very helpful. Be careful though, caution, because X-Acto knives are freaking sharp as hell. And like me, I have the wrong holder for the blade. This is the wrong size holder or handle, and so you gotta be careful. If I can find the other one, I will. So, yeah. Well, my phone is dying here, so if it cuts out, that's what happened. But I mean, I will, of course, know right away. I don't know if this shows up or not, but look how yellow the model is on the outside compared to what I just cut away at. Just proves how much time has taken its toll on this thing. So we don't really have to worry about being too accurate, because I'm going to probably come with my Dremel. It does not like to focus. It's trying to focus on my hand. So I'm going to come back with the Dremel and maybe smooth those out just a little bit. But it's not going to really matter too much, because I've got grass that's going to go over the top on these areas right here. So like we're pretty much where the trees are, and then the trees themselves are going to be right back on similar spots to that, you know. I don't know if there's going to be that many trees in there, but I really got to find the other handle. It's like only when it's like the full tree that's the problem. Alright, I'm going to try finding the real knife. Alright, well, no luck on finding the other X-Acto handles. So I have no idea where they are, but I tried to tighten this one as much as possible. So here's hoping. Alright. So, do you guys come here often? Because if you do, awesome. That didn't work. Let's see. Okay. These blades are so sharp. I'm so scared of them. If there's one thing I've learned is to be scared of those X-Acto blades. I've done my fair share of cutting myself with them. Just be very careful. Find the right handle size for the blade that you're using. I have had so many, and I don't know where any of them are. I've actually been working on cleaning out my garage for this very project. So, hopefully I can find where they are. I had a whole bunch, and I had some really nice ones. I had an X-Acto pen. I had some really cool ones. Oh no, I chipped some of the grass away. Whatever will I do? Where will I find more grass? I don't know. Aha, I do have more grass. Had you fooled, didn't I? Yeah, no, I didn't fool anybody. But yeah, so it's just gonna be more of this. Not so bad when it's like up against a wall like that, because then I can use it to brace. If it doesn't have anything to brace up against, it just kind of slides in the handle a little too much. But not too worried about the walls, because when we put the paragraphics part in there, it'll obviously mask the whole thing, so it don't really matter. Honestly, scratches on the wall will be better. And then I'm going to actually probably put like down fine pebble or fine grade. It'd probably be like a gravel kind of look to the ground out here. Yeah, I didn't cut myself. Where the hell did that come from? It's weird. So anyway, just be cautious when using X-Acto knives. They are very, very sharp. And you can easily cut yourself, as I have, man. I've done many a time. Let's face it, I don't practice what I preach. I mean, I try to, but it is inevitable that I will cut myself. The question is just when and where, not if. So, I will eventually find the better handle, and then I'll use that for sure. This is not the right blade for this handle, but it's all I had. I don't know if I have any of the bigger blades either. So, that's looking good so far. Better than those fake trees, man. Those fake trees, though. Not the type of fake trees we're going to be using, which will look a lot better. Hopefully my ow. That shot me in the face, dang it. Hilarious. So when you do this, I would either just go ahead and grind these out, or do this with the proper blade, because this is a pain without the right blade. not too bad, really, overall. But I accidentally tore out the benches. Or one bench. There's still 2 benches. It's plenty for a ship of, a few hundred. I mean, that didn't take that long, and these little baby trees are gone. A lot less cluttered already, though. If I could just find that other... Not as much useful stuff in that bin I was going for as I thought. But I did find the right X-Acto blade. Or, holder. X-Acto holder. And some great glue sticks for later. Alright, once again, I apologize for the shaky nature and the unprofessional wibble wobble of everything. So, this should be better. So I have various tidbits of information as far as what I need to do for this model. I'm going to be... So another purpose of this model building and showcase is because I wanted to... I've seen a lot of good model builds over the years, and I just wanted to showcase what I've learned and consolidate all that information. And kind of give people like, hey, I can just kind of see what he's learned and easily figure out where he got it from, and oh, hey, I can go look over here and this guy tells you this, and the model building community is awesome. So I'm just like starting to tap into the actual community part of it, but I've always kind of been on the sidelines looking in, so now it's my time to actually like step forward a little. And I don't know a lot more than anybody, but I know enough to start contributing my fair share. It's not a great handle by any means that I found, but it will get the job done. I have better ones. This one's kind of a cheap one, but this is better. Look at that. Not as chunky. So sometimes this camera just doesn't want to focus right. Okay. So now let's see. We're a little more confident in what we're doing here. Whoa. Wasn't expecting that. That was easier. And the great thing is when you have like a brand new blade, the ability to kind of just like cut away at these is just awesome. I don't want to cut too close to the bench because I don't want to lose another bench. It was okay losing one, but I don't want to lose them all. You can always like buy 3D 1/350 scale benches or something, but or make them. Heard that go flying across the room. Alright. So any detail that either gets lost while doing this, or gets damaged while doing this, it'll be, I'm sorry, I gotta get that more in focus. So anything that will be lost will be gained again, or, you know, created in a better way. So we're not really too worried about it, per se, but still want to preserve some of the detail. This is just basically getting it ready for the next part, obviously. And by the way, I'm by no means an expert. I just know I've researched this build to the irritation of my wife, like, ridiculously. And because I wanted to do it for a long time, but I also wanted to make sure when I did do it, I was kind of prepared at least. Kind of had an idea of what I was going to do and all the stuff I wanted to change. And, the amount that I am planning on doing for this one model, not to mention 2 of them at the same time, is pretty crazy, but it'll be worth it for sure. This one is my ode to the Enterprise, as it were, because don't do that. It's kind of close. Definitely don't want to put your fingers where I have my fingers. It's already scary as it is, because if you break the blade, it can go anywhere. So you want to be careful. But, so yeah, this is my ode to the Enterprise. So, anyway, like I was saying, this is the ode to the Enterprise. She's my favorite ship in all of Star Trek verse, and there is never going to be another one that's like it, in my eyes. I do like the Strange New Worlds version of the Enterprise. That one was kind of cool. And I liked the JJ Enterprise. JJ Prize. I actually did like that one. So I got a problem with those. It's still the Enterprise to me, you know. But the refit Enterprise is by far my all-time favorite. Yeah, I'm going to have to work out a better camera system, but for now, this is what we get. And I'm sorry, because I can only do so much with what I got. I don't have like a pro setup or anything by any means. I have a really good cell phone camera, but that's about it. So that's what you guys are stuck with for now. I mean, that's what I'm stuck with. And if you want to see more, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be unfortunately making the videos on this camera for a little bit at least. And I do apologize. My camera work is not very good either, so I gotta make sure I'm like staying in focus, staying in field of view, and I gotta keep remembering to look back at the camera. So that really didn't take long overall, especially once we had the right blade on, or the right handle for the blade. So we don't have to get like everything epically smooth or anything, because like I said, I'm gonna grind away some of this later, get it a little smoother, and then we can, and as we go along building the model and I get a better shop and get a better setup, I will have better angles and stuff like that. But I mean, look at that. That's pretty good. Now you can see all the way to the other side without those little dumpy trees. And you can do the same for, like I said in the other video, you can actually just keep modifying this thing. And I've seen people modify the whole thing and like take this wall out and make it look like the other one. And, or the other one's up there. But they make it look like the other one almost. And it does look so much better. Like this, I mean, TrekWorks and a bunch of other guys that I've seen have done this part justice. You know, they've made it look good, and there's nothing wrong with the ones that they did. I especially like the ones that end up like cutting the as he put it, Super Mario Brother trees out, and then like redid the whole thing. Like all he did was do that, take out the shrubbery, or put his own shrubbery in, and then you know, painted it and made it look good. Some of these choices that I don't understand why they made that big a wall here. I don't get that though. Not like there's anything wrong with it. I just don't understand it because, well, I don't know. It just doesn't make much sense to me. Just saying. That's just me though. So, what else we got here? So that was our first like real modification. I think when I will start adding paint, and that's going to be like the first real project. And I do have to do that to the Enterprise A's version of that too, the Arboretum. And I don't think I'm going to do like, I think they're pretty much going to be the same for each one. Oh no. I just remember that I might have flicked the piece of plastic off that I was going to repair. Oh shit, hockey mushrooms, man. Darn it. Oh well. Guess I'll have to fabricate a new piece. So anyway, unless I can find it, which I doubt it because it's a piece of plastic that's clear, basically. And I've been swiping like little white pieces of plastic all over the place. Ah, way to go, fighter. That's a way to make your day worse. So, anyway, let's see if I had it anywhere. Oh, no way. No way. There it is. Holy cow. I can't believe it. I'm going to put it in the drawer. I don't lose it. Woo. Alright, cool. And I'm going to see what will work for that. I think CA glue might work on that. So I'll try that. But I do want to open up this other model real quick. So here's some awesomeness right here. This decal sheet compared to my other decal sheet is just, it's not fair. Just because what I would have had to have done with the other decal sheet. Okay, so I don't know how to show this better here. Oh, there we go. I didn't realize I was zoomed in still. So here is the Enterprise's decal sheet. This was the one that came with the new kit. I'll try to move the camera up a little bit so I can showcase it up in the air a little bit. With these, you actually do get pretty good strong back decals. So these are the strong back decals. And the Enterprise A is the one with the lighter version. The, I should say the bluer version. So it's more of a blue than the green of the original, or the refit Enterprise. So now, there's always that, oh, these are upside down. Let me flip this up the right way here. So here's the big deal with these. this, I like that they give you these strong back and these, the neck details and the deflector dish details, as far as decals go. I'm going to use this real quick. But, so here's the Enterprise A's. If you don't know, you should probably, but I mean, I don't know you. So, if you don't know, these are the Enterprise A's, and this is the Enterprise. Enterprise had a more green, gray tint to it, and the Enterprise A had like a blue-gray tint to it. Both are really cool. I actually like both paint jobs. I don't think this is quite the right color. I want to say these are a little bit too green. Not enough gray in there, I don't think. Personally. And so there's two people that have done really good jobs with this. And I will definitely showcase telling you to go to Mask Design. His videos on the application of his whole mask set on the strong back detail and the deflector detail, epic. I looked for that from a lot of videos for a long time. I'm going to showcase it too. I won't do it justice like he did. I'll tell you that much. He does a great job of showing you how step by step to get that paint detail in there. He's got two really good ones on that, and I think honestly, HDA Modelworks has a better color look for at least the Enterprises. I haven't seen his too much on the Enterprise A if he has one, but there's something actually. These look good, but there is something wrong with the color that's going on with these. And it's not the color itself, it's actually like you can see a lot of print detail on it or something. So these weren't too good, but so these really cool. Oh, and I have the Trek Modeler's Guide to the Painter's Guide on this, and it gives me both the Enterprise and the Enterprise A's color, the color paint colors. Good lord, if I could talk. So it gives you the paint color layout and everything for each one. So that's cool as hell. I can't wait to, it's gonna be a pain to mix all my own paints, but at least it's a good guide, and that's part of the problem taken out right there. So thank you, Trek Modeler's Guide, and I'll have a link to that in the bottom too, in the detail. So yeah, see, here's the decal that I was going to be missing, and with the other one being damaged. But I have a whole nother set. I've got these, which I won't use, but they're cool. So, I mean, I could give those out if anybody wants to use them or needs an extra set. Because I won't use them. I'll have them in the waiting, but there's no point. I don't know if I'm going to paint these on. The actual registry and the nameplate. Because I have in Orbital Dry Docks mask set. I hope I really sound a lot less stupid than I feel like I'm sounding when I edit this all together. So good luck me, future me. But so I'm hoping to have anyway, Orbital Dry Dock has a really good mask set for painting on the registry and the nameplate. So looking forward to that. Yeah, see, okay, so before I was saying I was going to put one of these in the window, or the monitor that is in my officer's lounge, because then it'll look like the display that was on in the director's cut version of the motion picture. God, man, I've got to wake my brain up or something. Wake my brain up. Yeah, you sound really intelligent. It's good. But It's mostly I'm getting cotton mouth right now, dry mouth from talking for so long. But so actually, some of these decals won't be reused here at all because I'm not building the motion picture version of this. I might use the cargo containers for something else. Maybe to show... I don't think so. But at least I'll have an extra set for mine if I need it. Or the original Enterprise. I gotta stop saying it like that. It's the original Enterprise or the Enterprise A. Refit array. So they're both the refit class, but some people forget this. Okay, so see right here, there is like that little detail right there. That's for below the neck, because right where it's really hard to see, but it continues on right here. If you like the studio model, there's actually like another piece painted right there. It's gonna be really hard to get that in there, but especially like you got to do light blocking after that too. But that's a really small area, especially when it's on the model. Oh yeah, and then there was another thing I was going to work on too, another modification. These people, once they put these ideas in my head, it really gets kind of annoying because I can't let it go. So I'm like, maybe I could get away with not doing it, and then maybe I'll just do it. Okay. So I apologize for rambling on again. I'm going to do that constantly. But there's a lot of information to get out there. And I know things sometimes. So, okay, if you look at this, there is a problem with the way the bottom of... let's see if I'm in focus. Okay. So the bottom of the neck is supposed to not taper down as much, apparently. And it does taper down just a little bit, from what I can see. So I gotta like build up this area a little bit more to try and get it a little bit more. And I think it's supposed to come down a little more, I think. I'm not sure about that one. I'll have to do my research on that one a little more. We'll see. I'll look at it. But yeah, so apparently the neck is just supposed to come out and be a little thicker down here. And it just tapers off a little too much from... A couple people have complained about it, but I never noticed it. And now that they said it, I have to do it. And I looked at the studio model versus the model kit, and it does kind of look like that. I don't know if it's as big a deal, but now they made it in my head like it's a big deal. So I wonder if maybe I just, like, instead of trying to, like, thicken it from the outside, yeah, I think maybe that's what I'll do. It's like I'll just widen it from the inside a little bit, you know, like make it so that there's like something in there, so then I'll just have to fill the gap a little bit bigger, you know. That way it keeps the taper, but only at the bottom. Like, so it comes out a little bit more. So it's a little fatter. Then I got to find a way to, like, get it to taper back in, right? Or not taper in, right? But have the bottom still come out right like that. So I don't think anybody complained about the size of that, really. So, food for thought. Yeah, okay. I'm looking at the box art, and the guy painted the strong back and the back of the neck. Whoever did the model for that one, it does look good though. But anyway, it does look like it tapers a little. Even his paint job kind of shows off that it tapers a little. Anyway, I am really rambling on now. Just the food for thought. I got to do it for both models now, so damn it. I'm both excited and irritated a little bit. So now there was another modification I want to talk about. Are we zoomed back? Okay. So the one guy that I saw, he did a really kind of cool one with the end of the tail of the, instead of doing like a Raytheon light on this one, he did on the wing, he put like a light for the nameplate that goes right here. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Because, yeah, it's not on the studio model, but I wouldn't say it's like exactly wrong either, you know. It's not right, but it's not wrong. It's like, but that guy also has a model that I really want too. And I'm going to tell you guys about it. And because I'm excited about it. Once I'm done building this one, hopefully I can start building models for other people so that I can afford the model that I'm going to buy. But I'm not going to tell you, it's something that's in scale with this model. And it's the Reliant. In scale. He sells a kit for it. When I buy mine, I'll give you the link because I at least want to have one before I like give out that information. You could look it up, but you'd have to do the work. But yeah, it is a 1/350 scale Reliant in size with the Enterprise. I want to see them side by side. It would be so cool to see the Reliant and the Enterprise next to each other, and then the Enterprise A next to each other too. But that's just me. So first things first, the first on the agenda is getting the Arboretums built. I will be doing both Arboretums at the same time. See now, as far as like the shrubbery and stuff is going to be the same for the Arboretum. The walls, when I paint the walls, might be a little bit different. More like, you saw in the Undiscovered Country that they were kind of using the Next Generation color schemes a little bit, and like, it was still Enterprise, but that kind of makes sense. Not only in the fact that they had to, save money by reusing sets and whatnot, which I don't knock that, because if you got them, that's a great way to save money and still get like a really good looking set out of it. So that's I think that's what the main differences are going to be. Now this one, even though I can't show you the other one because it's taped in right now, but even though I got the new one for, well, it's not focusing on this. Okay, so though I got the new one for the Enterprise, it's not even close to this as far as being the Officers Lounge. So I'll show you that one when I get it, but it's nothing like this one at all. But I'll show you the difference when I get that one. So, just something to keep in mind. And like I said, once I get that in, I'll show it to you right away. But it's going to be completely different. I'll tell you that much. And it's going to be cool. It's unique. So they'll both have at least some unique properties. I'm going to be keeping you up to date as far as showcasing new parts as they come in. This is really me getting gung-ho about this, and I'm starting this up now. So I am going to start a Patreon to help maybe further the build a little bit faster. Because the model parts that I need, it won't be used for anything other than like the model parts themselves. And like paint and the circuit board boards for the Enterprise and the Enterprise A. Because they are quite extensively expensive. There you go. So I mean, I'll have a Patreon on there. I do appreciate any support you can give me. I don't expect any, so it'll just take longer to see videos. That's not a problem. I don't have like a ton of money. I'm not rich or anything, and so I'll just slowly be adding more and more videos. And I appreciate patience. So, and hopefully you'll enjoy the journey as I'm going along with you there. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment and ask, and I'll respond when I can, or I'll put in the next video. I'll try to be at least maybe once a week or every other week as far as videos go, depending on how much footage I can get. I'm going to try to keep cleaning my garage out so I have more and more room, and my wife can get in here too. she wants to be in here for later for other reasons, but we do need the space cleared out. So, but otherwise, happy modeling. Good luck out there, and I will show you. I'll end up putting more links down to the people that I have been talking about, and I'll try to get as many websites out there as I can, and build your models, have fun, and we'll see you soon.